Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the single player Let's Play series. Today I have noticed that we have some trade offers open from our Amazon tablet, so I am trying to fulfill those because I want as many emeralds as I can get just in case we need them. So today we had trades for iron into and 15 coal into emeralds. We have already bought those out. We have already bought out all of the sales for gold to, let's see, gold to emeralds as well. And I just noticed glass panes. Glass panes is another pretty easy one. Flint is also probably pretty easy, I would imagine. Honestly, I should keep flint around just because we're already generating it anyway. So maybe what we do is we make a void upgrade. We've got one of you. And we go ahead and grab our drawer here, and we grab, can I do a pipe with an extraction module? Maybe? We'll see. Because I realized that this would be really easy to do. So, yeah. Other than that, I haven't really been doing too much between episodes. I said I was going to go mining, but I really wanted to make a minigun before I did that because I thought it would be fun. So I decided to come back over here and start recording again so that we can make that minigun. But I noticed all the really great trades for today, so I wanted to partake. But yeah, so over here we've got this guy just trashing the... yeah, here we go. Trashing our flint. So what we could do instead is just put a single drawer right here with a void upgrade. You seem to have gotten a little confused. That's okay. You've got the right spirit. And let's go through here and connect this. I want to make sure that you're not connected... actually, you know, I wonder if I could keep this really clean. Let's see. If I put this module in, so this would be... West Depot, and we want you to extract flint. So now flint should be going in here. And as you can imagine, we get flint really quickly, so this setup should be very fast. What I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and facade up this guy, like so. Got to make sure everything stays clean, clean-ish. And I think that looks pretty good. So now we can come over here and lock this drawer and steal those. And now we're going to start to store up flint so that if we ever get any more offers to sell flint, we have it. Because I'm trying to figure out ways to get emeralds since they're not easily mined. And that was the first one that I just noticed. So let's give that a try. Unfortunately, all the flint that we would have produced along the way, gone. So not something we can really do right now. But that's okay. We got 5 of those trades, and we've got... There was something else, right? The glass panes? So we can do those. And that will get us more emeralds. Now, the biggest reason why I started recording here and now is that this wolf pup crate here I just bought will get us a quest reward. And we'll finish up the vanilla chapter in doing so. So what we can do is we can buy puppies, and we can buy little crated animals that we can put wherever we want and train and breed on our own. So if you're really struggling to find something like a cow, you can just buy yourself a calf. So definitely one of my favorite little added features, and yeah, big fan of that. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some bones to train up this wolf, and I'll go ahead and clean up the rest of this, and we'll start to work towards that minigun that we, or at least that I really, really would like to get. Let's see, I don't need the books, and I don't need the pipes. So if I right-click with the wolf pup crate, and it'll place it down, and then this wolf will turn into a pup that is almost fully grown. So you can see growing time at the top. It's only 50 seconds or so. So I'm going to go ahead and... what's the word that I'm looking for? I'm going to go ahead and tame it. And I'm going to try to move it somewhere safe. Might have to use the mob imprisonment tool. Really, the mob imprisonment tool doesn't work on you either, huh? That's fine. Yeah, just chill out somewhere safe, somewhere that you won't suffocate. Like over here. This is dangerous. That's fire. My pup. Okay, good. Right there. Right there. Perfect. You cannot possibly suffocate there. Okay, cool. So with that handled, let's go ahead and get that minigun. So miniguns use ammo. You can see that there's a bunch. There's just the standard ammo here is pretty cheap. This has 1,000 uses, and these can be enchanted. So there is that. You can always put mending on them and whatnot. There we go. We got a full-grown wolf now. Let's go ahead and grab a die. There we go. And so, I know we've already been all over the place, but the minigun over here is going to require, let's see, this is the cannon barrel, yeah? Okay, let's see if we have reinforced brick wall. Nope. As per usual, we're out of everything. I really don't love this recipe. Looks like we have more new daily offers. I'll have to take a look at that as well. All right, so now we can get the cannon barrel. And then from there, we can do this. We're also going to need to get ourselves an air canister. And there we go. That is a minigun. So if we take a look, I've been storing up minigun ammo because I find it in dungeon chests. And if I shift right click, we can reload. Huh. It's really cool, actually. I have not used this one before. So again, all new to me. We have weighted minigun ammo. We have freezing minigun ammo. And we have armor piercing. Looks like we don't have any normal minigun ammo. So we can go ahead and make that because that seems to be like the fallback, right? Let's go ahead. We've got a whole bunch of stuff in the inventory today. Let's try to clean up a little bit. Anything good to buy today? Wish I could sell treated wood. I have tons of treated wood and tons of creosote. It'd be really cool to just sell creosote. Rice. I could do rice. We have lots of rice. Anyways, so minigun ammo can be crafted like so. Wait. Huh? Has no special, but can be crafted with the potion to gain the potion's effect. Ooh. That's cool. Okay. We have a brewing stand, right? Somewhere? Maybe? No? Okay, well, we'll get one. I think we had one and then I put it away. Let's get a potion of harming. It actually implies that we do that, and I think that's a really good idea. Let's do a potion of harming. Instant damage. Okay, so that's just going to be fermented spider eye. We've got... Oh, I should grab these. These should go with the bees. We've got bees already set up over here, or the bottle's already set up over here with the bees. So we can go investigate how well this will work, because I don't actually know. Hey, guys. If I'm going to go to the effort, I really should just go ahead and make all three, huh? Instant harming. Oh, I bookmarked it. No, I didn't. That's the wrong one. So that is spider eye on a potion of poison. I think would probably be the easiest one. Anyways, this is just a... Oh my gosh, okay. Auto step boost kind of screwed me over there. How many levels did I have? Alright, so our brewing is done. And there we go. Now we have an instant damage bullet that we can put on there. So let's shift right click and put these in. And if I scroll, we can see exactly which kind we're going to use. So we've got Potion of Harming. We've got just the standard. So let me think. There's the Frost Bullets, the Freezing, Weighted. Weighted is purple. Okay. Okay, well, cool. Well, since it's nighttime, let's give this a try. I am curious as to how well this will work. So let's see if we can get something decent. You know, I have to wonder. No? Okay. Oh my. That's, well, that's fast. Should we, should we try to go take out the Ender Dragon with something like this? Because I think that could be dangerously fun. I think we're doing well enough on Ender Pearls that we can finally afford to go do that. Let's see if we can find something fun to test it on. Hello, lobe ferrets. Oh, they sleep. Oh, I love that they sleep. Little babies. Yeah, normally I don't care about the Ender Dragon, but it just gives me something to whale a bunch of bullets into, so it's the only reason I think that might be fun or even interesting. Especially with the armor piercing. I do wish that it would tell me what was being applied, but that's okay. It's interesting that those don't work. Let's take out these Endermen before it becomes too much daytime. Okay, so because those were harming, they don't work. Okay. Let me go and take this guy out real quick. And then we'll reduce that sound, because that's a really loud sound. 9 more, and then let's go here and look minigun. And drop those down to, like, maybe 40. Yep, that should do. So yeah, I think the issue here, in part, is that, so, potions of instant damage, I can't remember, but I want to say that they don't do anything to undead mobs. So we'll see how that ends up going. We can always test. They're not doing anything at all. Gotcha. I wonder if that's a bug then. I don't know. We'll probably just make a standard set of minigun ammo then and see if that works out any better. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and maybe we go fight the Ender Dragon just for fun. So before we go, I want to go ahead and get a couple of upgrades ready because we haven't really done any of them yet for the armor. So let's go and get the scuba upgrade. I think that would be a really good one to have. Let's get the flippers upgrade as well because this is easy enough. How many flippers do we need? Let's see. Max upgrades 1, okay. And then I'll wait for the jet boots. Speed upgrade would just reduce the armor time. Dispenser, if you can kick enemies in front of you at the cost of... Okay, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, there's not really a ton of upgrades for the boots, but definitely these will help. And so overall, that should assist in getting us just a nice little boost to swimming and make swimming a little easier. And then if we go to our screen here, go to scuba, enable scuba. We can now see underwater well, at least decently well. So it removes some of the fog there. Interesting. Okay. I'm a little surprised that it doesn't use air pressure to keep me topped up. Oh, it does. It does. There we go. Okay. But yeah, so now underwater traversal is pretty easy. like I said, I still need to make that minigun ammo, but we are just about ready to go looking around for our next, I don't know, our next thing, our next target, our Ender Dragon. Sorry, words. Words are hard today. I don't know why. I processed up a bunch of rice, by the way, because, you know, we're not using rice for all that much. So the rice should be ready here to sell. And we'll have more in the future. And I've been making a bunch of canvas with the leftover straw that we're making, because canvas is a leather replacement in a lot of recipes, like books, scaffolds. I guess really not a leather replacement, but still. You can do baskets to store stuff as well, I believe. Just overall, a good little handful of things can be done there, and I think they're pretty fun to do. Let's do that. Maybe that. I don't know. Something about that feels right. So let's go ahead and take our ender pearls. Oh, we have a lot. Let's take maybe 16. And let's take 4 blaze rods and go get those crushed up into more blaze powder. Right, I almost forgot the minigun ammo. You know, I wonder if the minigun ammo can be cleared, but we'll try to just do the standard recipe first and just make a new one. If I do this, no, okay. And then lastly, if I try to put this in the grindstone, I don't know if this will work. No. Okay, so yeah, I think this is probably just well enough useless, but we'll see. I'll put this in my bag, and I'll probably make a couple more minigun ammo to bring with me, because they're so cheap. Like, may as well bring like 3 extras just to keep with us in case we need them. Just sort of as a artillery bag. Is there like an ammo bag or anything? No. Okay, that would have been cool, but didn't really expect it. Anyways, let's get these blaze rods cooked up, and then we'll be on our way to the Ender Dragon. Beautiful. All right, let's see it. Let's see which direction we're headed. We haven't really done anything with Ender stuff either, so I'm really curious. Okay, we're headed this way. Not bad. Okay. Oh, something is not working correctly. What is this? Oh. Ooh, that's a little frightening. Don't love that. But yeah, with the scuba upgrade, we can move really well. And I know that I've got a horse, but I don't think we're going to really need the horse right now, just because we can run pretty quickly. I might end up disabling the scuba upgrade. I think that's actually going to be a bigger annoyance than anything. Unless there is a config for pneumatic craft. Huh. No, I don't see anything here for this. Okay. It's a little annoying, but that's okay. Anyways, let's just head on over. I'm really excited to see what our or rather what our stronghold looks like. Also, I just wanted to see, oh, that is very big. Makes sense. So I was just out here exploring. I came across this building and I realized that I hadn't really played with the aphorism tiles yet. And so I placed one down and I noticed there's a Feed the Memes generator online that basically creates controversial memes that are completely fake. They're completely random, but controversial or hot takes about certain concepts or topics in the modded Minecraft community. And this automatically pulls from that and puts that in as a default text until you put in your own. Twitch considers agriculture worse than bibliocraft. AT launcher makes agriculture when used by machine muse. Dinnerbone denies rotatable blocks is nasty. I just love, you can tell it's generated too, but I just love the concept of that. I think that's really hysterical. Anyways, we've already lost an Eye of Ender, and we haven't even gone that far yet, so fun. Alright, we've made it a little ways out, and I've been told to take a right turn, so we are now going south where we were going east. Let's just see where this takes us. Well, there we go. Just decided to rethrow a pearl from the surface, and, well, now we're in. So, we have basically this entire place to discover now, because these are usually very big. So, I guess I'll get to exploring. I'm going to explore on camera, though, and we're going to put you in vein miner mode, just in case I find any cool veins. But I am going to do this on camera. So, these are Young's Better Strongholds. You can see that the stronghold has been fully reimagined, and I think it is lovely. Let's go ahead and put a waypoint here. Way up. Mind you, I don't know how I'm going to go up. But I'm going to apply the, torch on the right wall rule and just kind of explore around. I'm going to try to cover one floor before doing the next floor. We seem to have a library over here. These rooms have dungeons. Or, spawners, rather. Haha. Oh, this is one of the main rooms. Good, good. I didn't get away from that quickly enough. Woof. Definitely a lot going on. Here's the library. The libraries are pretty cool. So these have a couple of spawners in them a lot of times. And, of course, as you can see, they have an absolute abundance of books, so we'll be taking those as well. Especially because we can just do this to heal right through. I think there might be a spawner not related to the stronghold, because it sounded pretty loud to me. That's cool. I can also silk touch the, man, this jackhammer really just doesn't care. It'll just take anything. That's really cool. Alright, yeah, because, I mean, bookshelves are nice to have. And, yeah, I think I'm just going to run around and explore some more. I'm really curious where all those zombies are. I'm betting they're under. Yep, they're all down here. Okay. Let's see. I still hear that one baby zombie. I'm not too worried about it, though. That puts us downstairs. This is one of the main rooms. This is another one of the bigger rooms. There's a little portal down here, a bunch of ores that are really fun to grab. So I'm going to grab these because they're here. And they're very nice to have. Again, emerald ores. Definitely much, much needed right now. There's also a bunch of really decent armor. Let's go and put you in, whoops, 3x3 mode. Grab what I can. Put that back a little bit. And let's see what some of these chests contain as well. Gotta say, this is a pretty good haul. Emerald, okay, great. And diamond and some gold. I'll take that anytime. Lots of crying obsidian. I'm good on crying obsidian. I've been trading with some of the piglins, so we're good there. I might take... honestly, an anvil is just iron, which we have infinite of. I shouldn't be like this. So yeah, as you can see, that there is a absolute ton of stuff to see and do here. Lots to explore, lots of good loot as well, which is probably really fun, at least in my opinion. Compared to, your standard approach of, like, strongholds being pretty useless. I think this is a much cooler approach. We have infinite iron. I need to stop feeling like iron is still a scarcity. It is not anymore. Inventory, however. see. These rooms are also fun. Sometimes these item frames have good stuff on them. So check the item frames anytime you come through here. Let's see. Not really all that great, honestly. There's also barrels kind of underneath here. They're not always all that great, so I wouldn't, like, really worry about it, but, you know, just check every now and then. Sometimes you'll find something fun. And depending on how early you come to the stronghold, you might find some really good stuff. You might be like me and think that the banners are probably one of the coolest pieces. Why? That was just so unnecessarily rude. So rude. I do love the rebuilding structures, the rebuilding feature that creepers now do, where when they explode, they clean up after themselves. I actually really, really dig how that turned out. Alright, so nothing over here. Okay, well, I guess at this point, you've kind of seen most of it. This is the majority of the template or the design for these things. So I'm going to avoid having a, 3-hour-long video and cut here. I found a husk spawner intersecting here, so that's pretty fun. I think there might be another one, because you just came down, which doesn't really make sense. Alright, well, we got Silk Touch again. I'll take it. Yeah, there's definitely another spawner. Where would it be, though? I don't know. This is meant to be the armory, so you can find stuff like decent leggings that are sometimes cursed. But this is all stuff that you can always recycle for your own later, so keep that in mind. Blocks of coal, they're just sitting here. May as well take them. Anything else good? Not really, and I'm gonna get rid of the coal here. Sorry, the blocks of, not coal, the iron. Another one of these rooms. Cake. Cake is fun. I wonder if the husk spawner is up here. I think it might be. Anyways, sometimes there's a chest at the top of these. Sometimes there's a chest at the very bottom if you go all the way around to here. Sometimes there's a chest there as well. But yeah, another one of those husk spawners had intersected the staircase here. You can see it over there. Thought that was really funny. I was really confused at first why there was a furnace on the staircase, but it's just a better dungeon, so, better, but they don't necessarily place more smartly. So there is that. Anyways, looks like this floor is also cleared, so back up we go. So this is meant to be like the lunchroom area, and these have a chest right here, frontmost, and they try to distract you with this and say, ooh, look at this, it's a chest with stuff in it. Come get the stuff. There's also a chest up here in the rooftop. So if you ever need food, just come here, steal what you can. I don't really think there's anything else over here worth showing, but we'll see. Also, you may notice that I don't place torches on the walls as often as I'd like to. And that's because these are literal, not these, sorry. These are literal wall blocks. You can see that here, so it's impossible to place a torch on them. And that makes it a little more difficult. So you may notice that sometimes I just don't necessarily follow my rules quite as closely as I usually do for lighting. And that's because it's practically impossible a lot of times. Meh. Okay, do you see what I see? It took a little while, and it may have hidden from me a little bit, but I did finally find the portal. Also going to take care of this little detour here. Looks like that was worthwhile, though. So with an inventory half full, I think we're going to go ahead and set this as a waypoint. I'm going to knock out the silverfish spawner. I don't think anyone really likes those. And in one of these lockboxes, I've got my Eyes of Ender. There they are. Go ahead and take those really quickly. Let's do a waypoint here for end portal. I don't know, Dark Aqua makes the most sense to me. And pro tip, if you're playing this pack along me, every single time you go to one of these custom strongholds, which is anytime you're trying to go to the end, I would assume, the end portal is always going to be completely empty. So be sure to leave yourself at least 12 Eyes of Ender by the time you get here, because it will always be completely empty. Anyways, let's do it and hope we don't die. So let's see. I don't hear a dragon yet. That's a little spooky. But I see a dragon health bar, so... Okay, there's a dragon. Oh, this'll be nice. This will be very nice. Once again, I forgot to bring a bottle. How are we doing on ammo? Oh, we're still doing pretty good. This is easily the best way in the world to do this. The only problem is you do need line of sight, so... Might be time to start stacking up. I don't know. I'm very afraid to fall into the void. Let's be sure to keep... Guess I'll be picking a different spot for now. Let's be sure to keep plenty of ender pearls on us, just in case. And let's just derp stack up. Ideally, we might be able to teleport over to that tower over there. I was really hoping to pearl over. Oh well. Yeah, it seems like if we went to this middle tower here, we'd be in the best shape. I don't know if we're going to be able to manage that, but let's try it. There we go. I missed. Okay, well, hey. Looks like the Ender Dragon is no longer healing. That's a good thing for us. Let's try the armor-piercing stuff. Armor-piercing is 250. This one. Okay. It doesn't really seem to do too much, but... Also, definitely seems to stun lock the dragon a lot, which I do like. We love to see that. Where did the dragon go? Is it just me or did it just disappear? Nope, it's over there. Okay. And dragon done. Probably the easiest dragon because of the minigun. That was super fun. Go on, leave me alone. Thanks. Lots of XP to go ahead and suck up into here. And it's full. Dang. Incredible. See if any happen to fall close to the portal. That's right, it's an entity now, so it doesn't... Entities that fall into the portal just go straight to the world spawn. I forgot about that. Let's go ahead and retrieve ourselves our well-earned dragon egg. Unfortunately, if you thought that your dragon egg would be worth something, it's not. It's just decorative. Anyways, at this point, I think it'd be really fun to go through and run through the end for a little bit. See what we can find in the Outer End Islands, because I do need some stuff from there. So I'm going to do some of that, and I'll report in if anything at all interesting happens, because, you know, you never know. So one thing of note that I forgot to mention is that... Wait a minute. Did we... No way. Okay, this is valid. This is a valid point. The end is very different in this pack. The end is using a very different mod called Nullscape. And Nullscape will allow you to traverse the world a little more freely. But rather what I mean by that is, like, once you have Elytra, it's a very tall world. But I now have to derp stack my way over there, at least somewhat. But this is the gateway back, and you can see it on the map pretty visibly. But I'm going to head straight up to that city. Doesn't look like there is a ship, but, I mean, a city's a city. There are also a bunch of other little floating decorations and stuff. These are kind of weird. I don't know how to get rid of them. They're just kind of there. But, you know, they're there. Oh, it's weird. You can actually zoom in on the background for the sky. That makes me uncomfortable. Okay, it has taken a lot of exploration. You can see, yeah, a good bit of exploration through the void. Definitely super scary, but we are here, and there is a ship, and I want it. So, let's see what we can do. I think that'll be just perfect. Yep, I'll take that. Prepare for the nonsense. Is that a phantom? Yeah, I hear a phantom. I have to wonder what that's all about. Anyways, oh, actually, yeah, I'll take a lift. I'll also take those. Thank you, thank you. Not today, thanks. I got. What a jerk. Anyways, lots of good stuff. Ooh, looting. Very nice. Mending. Lots of things that we can disenchant later, which is the most important thing here, really, is that everything can be disenchanted at some point. We don't need iron. I need to stop picking up iron stuff unless it's got a good enchantment. But we have Elytra now. So for now, I could put the Elytra in alongside my armor piece here. You can see that it's going to tell me all about the Elytra down here at the very bottom tooltip. You see Elytra durability 432. There's also the Elytra module, and there's another tier of a module that we can install. So the Elytra module probably would have been the best one to kind of have ready to bring with me. I didn't plan ahead, though. So what I can do is always detach them later. So I think for now I'm going to put them on. And that way we at least have some flying mechanism. Not a lot, but it means that after I get done with my little ride here that I'm getting, that I'm not going to be falling through the sky helplessly. And we're going to land right here and steal what's in here, because the stuff in here is usually pretty good. And let's see, freezing ammo. Sure. For some reason, I've noticed that this happens whenever I start floating and sneaking. It's a weird one. It's a weird bug. Anyways, let's see. Sharpness, can I recycle these? No. Okay. And then ammo. This is just the freezing ammo. These are always great to have around. What was this shovel? Cheapskate 3. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll take this knife as well, because I'll probably use one of these for the enchantments and then use the other for cooking. But with that, I am no longer interested in being here, so I'm just going to go. Actually, before I go, I am going to pick up 4, count them, 4 end rods. And at some point on my journey, yeah, right here, there's a portal back. Incredible. Outstanding. Let's see if we can make it. Yep, there we go. Alright, so now that we are back here at our main island, I am going to quickly steal some dimensional shard ore so that we don't have to spend more amethyst trying to get it. Interesting. That should not be the case. I should be able to put whatever I want in my backpack, really. That was my goal, but whatever. What happens, happens. Yeah, so this was a really successful run. I think this was a really good end run. So let's go ahead and get back, get these Elytra turned into a nice pair of modules instead. Yeah, we beat the game, so on and so forth. Now, there are a couple of things that we can do. We could make a tank for this really quickly, I think would be a good idea. Or, actually, let's do something new. Let's do something new. Let's take the memory stick. I've not made one of these yet, but I think this would be cool. So this is one way of storing XP. I chose the other way. But this is one pretty decent way of storing it as well. Works pretty much the same as the mechanisms from thermal. And let's see. Auto-absorb on or off. And you can store this in a curio slot, which is cool. So why don't we retire you to the enchanting area? That way, when we need it, it's there. And I think for the time being, we'll probably just stick with the memory card for now. Just trying something new, you know? Yeah, I think that would work. We have a lot of stuff to contribute over here. I also learned about these micro missiles, by the way. If you ever find these, use them. Just right-click them. Just right-click them. That's all you gotta do. If you shift right-click, you can change some stuff around about them. But if you want, like... Oh, this I didn't know. So you can go for damage or turn speed or top speed. So if I really wanted it to be fast, there it goes. So yeah, micro missiles. These are really cool. I found these while I was out exploring. And yeah, I don't have anything I really want to test them on, but if I did, we could. I think I'm just going to store those. I think they're pretty cool, actually. Now, let's see. We have a lot of stuff in our storage crates, so get ready. Get ready, little chest in here, because things are getting bananas really quickly now. So, let's see. The shulker box is empty, yeah? Good. This guy, however, is full of inventories, so that's going to make this even more difficult. Because you've got you and you inside. So we'll do that. We'll put the egg there, because I don't know what else to do with it. For now, at least. We'll do that. Don't worry about why I'm keeping these around. I'm mostly keeping them around because at some point we'll be able to recycle them. Right now, we cannot do anything with them, but someday we will be able to do stuff with them. And when we do have that ability, I'm going to want it, and I'm going to want to be able to use it and not have to, like, you know, regret anything at all. Because sometimes I do stuff that I'm like, oh man, I really wish I picked those up. And I'm aiming for the no regrets %. Anyways, so you are empty. Good. And then you've got stuff in you. Fine. You've got stuff. Also fine. You've got stuff. Also fine. Okay, let's go through the inventory here. And I'll be back, because this is going to take a nightmarishly long time. Alright, so I got everything cleaned up. Let's go ahead and make ourselves the Elytra upgrade here. I wasn't sure if it was going to need to be repaired. Looks like we are good to go. And go ahead and install that. Again, kind of a moot point. We don't really need this, but it does offer us the configurability of not using it if we don't want it. So, you know, for now, we'll enable the Elytra, and they're not going to take any damage as well, which is super nice. Sorry, I have to wait for my chest plate to finish initializing, I guess, huh? And so, I was curious. It looks like they don't really add any special render. But we do have the Elytra physics mod installed, so that means that Elytra will actually fly around correctly whenever you wear them. So whenever you're walking, they're going to actually add some momentum, which is super nice. This means that my backpack needs to go away. And so that is somewhat unfortunate, because, well, I would like for it to go away. Can I do that here? Yes, okay. Yeah, this is kind of unfortunate, because I do like how that looks, but, you know, I do like my backpack, but I also desperately need this to not look really, really weird, because we already look relatively weird. I am curious if, in the core component colors, can I change my Elytra color? What is the... Okay, so E stands for eyes. That's kind of what I was thinking, but I wasn't really sure. I don't even know what color eyes would be interesting. I mean, I'm tempted to say like a purple would be cool. Or, ooh, I know what we could do. We could go for like an Endery theme. We haven't customized this all that much. Needless to say, don't turn on the enchantment glint if you don't... I don't know. I don't think this looks very good. I think this really looks goofy. So there's layer 1, and we can change the main color of our suit. Honestly, like, to me, there's not really all that much of a difference, so I may go ahead and set everything to, like, this kind of brighter color, so that at least we don't look too bad. Oh, I think I forgot to save. Let's see. Let's do this, this, and this, and then copy that over. And then we could do, like, a really cool Ender theme, where we do, like, the eyes in a slightly, like, more teal color, right? And then we could do... So I did 244 there. We could do 244 for the helmet. Or do we want to do 192 here and then 244 for the rest? I don't know. I could probably spend all day customizing this and it'll never quite look right, because I don't think that the... Not a huge fan of the base layer of this armor, to be truthfully honest with you. I think it looks a little clunky. That's like my only complaint that I have ever really had with this armor. I think otherwise it's actually really fun looking. I just think that the base texture is a little chunky. Just a little chunky. He's just a chunky guy. It's okay though. So we can play around with this. Like I might do maybe a darker purple instead. So we could like do maybe something like this. That could also be cool. We could do that for everything and then just have like the bluish purple. I might tweak that a little bit, actually, make it more dark purpley. So yeah, we can play around with this a lot. We can play with this probably, I could play with this all day more than likely. But at the end of the day, it's not really all that important. Yeah, who knows. But anyways, the Elytra is already in place, and I'll probably go through and customize the colors a little bit, because it could use some help. I could definitely use some milk. So anyways, I think that that's going to call it an episode here. I know this was kind of a weirder one, maybe a little bit shorter by the time everything's edited through. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Alright, I said the episode was over, but I decided to go do some nether mining, and I really quickly wanted to make up the resources here that we need to get ourselves some netherite upgrades. So this will be very exciting because I haven't done this yet, and well, it's been far too long. I also finally settled on a color scheme. I actually kind of dig this. I think this looks decently good. So there are two components that we're going to need here. The first one is that we're going to need to take you out and combine these two. Now, once done, I need to put this in our program assembly, but that's not really that big of a challenge. And then this guy, just straight to there. And so now we've got a little bit more damage that we can do, and that's super helpful. By the way, the scuba upgrade just ended up being so bugged that I disabled it. Another, by the way, the potion effects that I applied, they work just fine. They are a little bit wonky, but you have to put in the dispenser upgrade in order for them to actually apply. And I don't have one of those in here, so that's the issue. So let's change your program over to the drill. And let's put you in here. Hopefully our little drill friend here is going to get going. Right. Pressure. That was not helpful. There we go. So there's not really a major benefit to moving to netherite. I just want to go ahead and get this guy maxed out. It's too good. I'm really, really thrilled with the jackhammer here. And there we go, the best bit. So now we have access to this mode. I don't know what this does. I think this is... Oh, this is like actual vein mining. Oh. Ooh, okay, that's cool. So yeah, now we can vein mine. Like vein mine anything. Like, you want all these to go away? You want all the path blocks to go away? You want all of a material to go away? It apparently will do that. That's a little scary, but hey, I'm a big fan. But yeah, I was going through here, and if you look at the charge station, you can see dispenser upgrade, maximum of 3. Each dispenser upgrade adds the increased chances the ammo effects, potions, explosives, whatever, being activated. So it's not a 100% chance that our potion effect that we put on there would be activated anyway. We have a handful of these dispenser upgrades. We have 2, it looks like. Let's go ahead and put them on. But yeah, I can do that stuff off camera. Sorry for the epilogue, but just kind of wanted to go through and commentate on that because I think it's a little different. I think that'll be pretty cool. So now if we went through and used the funky ammo, wherever that got to. I don't even remember where that got to. Maybe I just used it anyway? I don't remember. But wherever that did get to, when I find it and start using it, we'll actually be able to start to see exactly the effects that it has. So that's pretty cool. Pretty exciting. Ooh, I like the pyromaniac side. That piece there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed, and once again, and I'll see you next time.